Welcome to this edition of Tornado Watch. I'm King, Sports Information Director Travis Chell, here with head women's volleyball coach Morris Cephas. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Tough start to the year, about halfway through the season here. Started with a couple tournaments at Queens and USC Aiken, which featured some good teams from around the region. Saw some great competition there. Come into this week here 8-9 overall. Playing that tough competition early, how do you think that helped? And playing on the road for that long, for nearly the entire first month, how do you think that helped, and what can you use from that going forward?
Personally, we really like that. We like that a whole lot, actually, because we get to play some really, really great teams. Our region is a really strong region, and we have a lot of really great teams. I mean, you have nationally ranked teams like Wingate and Armstrong that are really tough, top, high-caliber teams, and we get to play those types of teams in those conferences, and it helps us to look at a lot of different kind of strategies, look at a lot of different looks that teams are going to challenge us with. So we were really excited to be playing those teams. I know that we would have loved to come out on the other end on some of those matches, but we battled in a lot of those matches, and we got to see a lot of resiliency. We got to experience how our girls respond to adversity, and that was really, really exciting. We also got to experience some just versatility and depth in our team, and I think that's something that we've been able to see. We've got a lot of contributions from a lot of different players, offensively and defensively, really, and it's been something that's been really, really great to see, just because those are things that are only going to help us moving forward. We have been away a lot at the beginning of the year, and I think it kind of made the team thirsty to finally get home again, but again, if we have that type of resolve, being able to play on the road, I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, it was a while before you got to play here in the Student Center, about 3 weeks into finally facing Trevecca Nazarene about a week and a half ago, and since then played five home matches. How nice was that to finally not have to travel and play here in the Student Center?
It was amazing to not be traveling for a while. I know the girls were just happy to be here, maybe get caught up on some of their classwork, but also it was just nice to be in front of their home fans and their home crowd and not, walk into a gym and have to deal with, the hecklers and things like that. But that's something that we typically handle really well, and I think it was just nice to not have to worry about that and just play the sport that the girls love so much. So.
Yeah, and now, a couple of road matches this week and then back home, I believe, the following week. One thing that's kind of gone well, I guess you could say, maybe a little good with the bad, is the serving from the back row there. Ranked second in the conference in service aces. There's a few errors in there as well. What's kind of the mentality back there and the aggressiveness with the serves?
I think that's something that we definitely want to try to make a staple to the program. It's just that we are going to be aggressive. Obviously, there's got to be a balance there, but that's one thing that we want to make sure that we're always bringing, is that we want to be a tough serving team and that we want to challenge teams and not give them anything easy. And I think that's something that the team has actually really adopted, and something that they're really trying to emphasize and focus on a whole lot, because that's something that we can do well and that we're capable of doing even better at. Yeah, I know you said second in the conference in aces, but the reality is that we have the ability to be even more consistent with that, and that's still a work in progress. Again, we've only been halfway through the season, and this is kind of where we're at now, so I think that there's still plenty of room to grow in that area, and we're really excited to see kind of where that goes.
Yeah, it's always a progression throughout the year, that's for sure. Up front, too, has been probably nice for you as a coach, having 4 seniors up there, in Lauren Willoughby, Ashley Mankey, Sarah Collins, and Grace Underwood, all having great seasons, all kind of leading the way in terms of kills, and all have had good matches, great matches throughout the year. How nice is it to have that senior leadership up front and kind of help lead the team?
I think the most incredible thing is just that we're balanced. I mean, you never know which one is going to be the one who's going to be the biggest threat against a certain team, and it's hard for other teams to kind of game plan against that, because they don't know which weapon we're going to use. So we're able to attack teams in a lot of different ways, and those 4, of course, have definitely been trying to lead the way, and definitely have been very aggressive, and also have been very terminal in a lot of moments. And it's just making sure that we continue to have that as a tool, have that as a weapon, because again, that's something that we are able to do well that maybe some other teams aren't.
Yeah, looking forward to this week. Long road trips. Trevecca Nazarene on Tuesday in Nashville. Follow that up with the longest trip in conference to Mount Olive and Barton on the eastern part of North Carolina over there. How do you stay fresh going in these long road trips this weekend or this week? And how does playing a team like Trevecca, that'll be the second time you see them this year, kind of help for conference when you see the teams the second time around?
Trevecca's actually a really great team. They have a really great program, really great coach, and she does a lot of really great things within that program. And that's a match that we really like to play, just because it's something that's going to help us, win or lose, is going to help us prepare for the road ahead. And those are definitely matches that obviously you want to win, but those are also matches where we can kind of see a lot of different looks, and we can really kind of see where we are and kind of see where some of our strengths are. And it's great because we are able to have that type of a match where we can really test each other, but also make sure that we are getting what we need out of it as a program as well. So we're really thankful for that relationship there. But I think it'll be great because that'll give us a good checkpoint at the beginning of the week for us to kind of see where we are, so that way we can kind of take that going into our matches that we have this weekend. I think it's always exciting when you haven't played a team yet. We haven't played Barton or Mount Olive this season, and I'm sure they've had a couple of really great results, really great matches. So it's exciting because you don't know what you're going to get into. But I think overall that's going to carry us through this week.
Yeah, that's this week. Tuesday, Trevecca Nazarene, 7 p.m. Central, or 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
6 p.m. Central. If you want to watch, links for live video, live stats on KingTornado.com. Barton, Mount Olive this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Those links as well, KingTornado.com, 7 p.m. Friday night, 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. If you want to follow along, watch at home. Thanks for joining us, and good luck this week.
Thank you.